Hello, hello. I'm going to give it a minute for some people to hop on. I'll share this in a couple groups. I just am doing some lip exfoliator. So I'm going to let that sit on my lips while I do the rest of my makeup. So I'm going to share this real quick. Okay. So make sure you say hi when you hop on and take these off. So I'm gonna do full makeup today, but super fast and easy. We're gonna try to do a fast look. Hopefully, first of all, hopefully my hair isn't too distracting, and hopefully the kids aren't too loud over there. Hint, hint, they're not paying attention. So anyway, I'm going to start and get my face ready. Hi, Kim. Hi, Janet. I'm going to do my setting spray, primer setting spray. I already did some eye cream a few minutes ago. So I'm going to do the setting spray, primer, setting spray, and that's what I do before I do my makeup every single time. I'm going to let, mine's running out. I have a new one ready to go, but it's not ready yet. Or this one, I gotta like savor the last few drops out of this one because it's too good to let it go to waste. I need to get one of those little fans, those cute little fans to dry my face off. So I have lip exfoliator on. Hi, Jamie. So I'm gonna let that do its magic while I'm doing the rest of my makeup. So setting spray, once that dries, you're gonna do your face primer. I'm using mattifying face primer. My skin can tend to get oily throughout the day, especially if I'm outside. So the mattifying face primer is gonna blur the appearance of pores. So it's going to minimize the appearance of pores, blur imperfections, all that good stuff, and create a good canvas for your makeup to sit on. The hydrating primer is obviously going to be if you have dry skin. You'll want the hydrating primer. And then we also have our Glorious Touch face primer, which is our original formula. Feels super silky smooth, and that's for any skin type. So that, I'll let that sit for a minute. Hope you like my dance moves. Let that dry, and then we'll do face primer one last time. And that is going to be our pre-makeup routine every time. And you can do that part, if you get ready in the morning, you can do that part right after you get out of the shower, put your, moisturizers, serums, all that on, throw those pre-makeup parts on, do your hair, and then do your makeup, and that way you got plenty of time for that stuff to sit and really work its magic on your skin. I'm going to use our new Complexion Plus Powder Foundation. I had last used spray foundation because there were quite a few shades of the new powder that were not available, and it wouldn't let us order them. So I didn't want to use something that you guys couldn't get. I cannot open this box. But they did, since the restock date is in mid-April, they are allowing us to still order the new complexion foundation in those shades that are out of stock, and they're just going to ship once they become available. So that way you can still take advantage of the Flawless 4 Plus bundle. Hi, Chrissy. So you can still take advantage of the discount and not have to wait for those to come back in stock in order, and then miss out on the discount. So you can still get them in the discount, and it'll just ship when they're back in stock in mid-April, in like 2 weeks. So, all right, I got a new shade, Taffeta. I'm going to try it out. I've not tried it, so I have no idea what it looks like on me. I'm curious what So normally I wear the shade Eyelet. Well, I can wear pretty much, most people can wear several different shades. Okay, so I want to show you just the difference. So this is the difference in the two shades. This is Eyelet, and in the pressed powder, whenever you have a new product, they're trying to streamline the shades so that if you are in the spray foundation, the stick foundation, the liquid foundation, if you are Eyelet in any of those shades or any of those foundations, you'll be Eyelet across the board as in the pressed powder foundation as well. So that's the idea. When you go from a liquid to a powder though, because it's a powder, it is going to change it a little bit. It's a lot harder for them to get that match. So there may be slight discrepancies. Like this Eyelet I can wear absolutely in the winter, but it's a little more, it's a little light for me because I always like a little bit darker of a foundation. And to anybody else in pictures, like no one would ever think it looks too light. I don't think anyway. But to me, I like a darker foundation on myself, and I have been out in the sun recently with it being finally spring. So I wanted to try a little bit darker of a foundation. So this is still in my neutral skin tone. It's just a shade hair darker. So we'll see how it works. Oh, I almost just knocked you guys over. We're gonna fix that. Hopefully I don't do that the whole time. This hair is really super awesome. So anyway, when it comes to color matching you, I'm going to do my best I will color match you, but there may be some discrepancies, and some of them are matching perfectly and some of them are matching a tad lighter. And actually this taffeta was matching a hair darker than what taffeta in, say, the liquid foundation. So it is a learning curve with us as presenters, getting to know these formulas. So, but that's the great thing about the Love It Guarantee is I can swap that out no problem for you. And it won't take long, and we can make sure that we get the right shade and it's not costing you anything extra. So, there's my little like disclaimer of, I promise I will do my best. All right. So I'm going to try, yeah, I already the only way you can tell the difference in my skin tone is you can see where that line hits, where it's matte over here and it's shiny over here from where I have nothing on. So yep, this is taffeta, and this pressed powder is going to be my shade. I'm using the Kabuki brush. You will get a face brush in the Flawless 4 Plus bundle along with the new pressed powder. If you get the regular Flawless 4, you will not get a brush or the powder. So I think the powder or the Flawless 4 Plus bundle is the way to go with the powder and the brush, because you're saving money on, you're getting 30% off and you're getting 2 full coverage foundations, a brush, your face primer, your concealer, and a setting product, all for $154, which is a great deal. Fuzzy. That's a lily hair. That's a dog hair. So yeah, I definitely like this shade better. Okay, so Patty, the shades now, you can order them now. So even though they're out of stock, you can still order them to get the discount. If you get the Flawless 4 Plus bundle, you can still order it, and then they'll just ship it when it's, I think it's like April 15th is the date that it'll ship. So you can still order it now, so you can guarantee that you get one, and then it'll just ship on that day. The rest of the stuff, like if you order the Plus bundle, the rest of the stuff will ship right away, but the powder will ship on its restock date, which I believe is that April 15th. So you can still get it. They just changed that like yesterday or the day before yesterday. They just changed that. So the great thing about this powder is you can do coverage however you want. If you want, yeah, definitely. Yeah, and if you need other foundation, definitely do that Plus bundle, because you can still pick a foundation, the concealer, the setting product, the primer, and then you also get the new powder and a brush. So if you don't already have this setting powder brush, this is amazing. I love this thing because you can use it for so many different things. So that's actually what I was going to say is if you want to do super light coverage, if you just want to like hurry up, do a quick powder and go, use this powder with this brush and just tap a little bit on there, tap some off, and just do a light brush. I'm not pushing the brush in like I was with that kabuki brush. I'm just doing like a light dusting, and you're just going to get super light coverage. That's a great coverage for summer. Or if you want to do it on top of a foundation, if you like your spray or your liquid foundation and you just want a matte finish on top, a little extra coverage, you can do a slight dusting like that where you're just lightly brushing that product on. So that's going to be your light coverage. If you want a medium coverage, you can do basically the same thing, but you're going to put more product on the brush. So you can use a kabuki brush or the setting powder brush, and you're going to brush it and just do brush strokes with it. Or like I did, if you want a full coverage like I did, then you're going to get the product on there, and I dab. And I'm going to pat that product on so that I'm getting it all in, I'm getting it more condensed, if that makes sense. Make sure that you bring it down. If you have red ears, if you ever hit, some people just naturally have red ears, you can use this powder right on there. And that way when you take pictures and whatnot, or when you got this beautiful makeup, beautiful face, all this, and then you got these bright red ears sticking out. So use that, just pat some product on there. No one will ever know. Perfect. I love this stuff. Okay. So I'm going to do concealer. So this is our Skin Solution Concealer. It has the caffeine in it. Amazing coverage. I'm using setting spray on my blending bud. I have the small blending bud. Our blending buds come in a pack of 2. They come with a regular size one as well as a small one. That's this one. And I'm just going to do in a triangle and up. And this is shade Organza that I'm using. I could, because I have a darker foundation on, I could use a shade darker for my concealer. But I like a brighter highlight. So I usually use a lighter concealer so that I have more contrast. That's my personal preference. If you don't like that much of a contrast, you can do the same color. You can do one shade lighter than your foundation, but message me and we can work that out of what's going to be best for you. Girls, make sure you're getting along. So the triangle is going to be kind of the motion and the angle that you want when you're highlighting your under eye area. All right, and done with setting spray. All right, what am I going to do next? I'm going to do some, oops, we're falling. Making a mess over here. So I still have my lip exfoliator on. I'm just working that in as I'm kind of going along. And that's going to do its job as I go. I'm going to use, I have my setting, this is our original formula setting powder. And I popped the little insert out on mine. And what I'm going to do is I have my little blending bud. It still is a little bit damp from using it for my concealer. And I'm going to get some product on there. And I'm going to dab that on. And it's going to look heavy. It's going to look heavy on there. But that's okay. I'm doing all the spots that I want to really mattify and set well. If your face gets oily in these certain spots, like mine does. then that is where I'm going. This is going to be a technique called baking. And I'm just going to kind of set that all in. I'm going to let that sit for a minute. And then I made a mess with that. I had it all over my pants. Oh, the joys. My shirt, everywhere. It's everywhere. Wow. That was some bright light there. Man, this hair. I don't know what.
Mom, watch this. Mom,
I don't know what to do with that.
Mom, watch this.
What?
Watch. Bum, 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 bum.
Is that in your dance? Okay, so that's sat for a minute. I normally would probably leave it for even a minute longer. And I'm just going to dust super lightly and dust away the excess. You say hi?
Hello.
Hello. So all the excess powder, I'm going to dust that away. And that is going to set all that makeup. Wherever I had that setting powder, that's going to set all that makeup. Okie doke. What do I want to do next? We're going to do some, my blush. I got a new blusher. I haven't used this shade before. I don't know why. I thought I had, but apparently I haven't. It's called Sisterly, and it's a really pretty shade. I really don't know why I haven't used it before, but look how pretty that is. And it's got a shimmer to it too, but like a super soft shimmer. It's not loud by any means. And I've got my tapered blusher brush. And I'm just going to lightly, that's a really pretty, just a really soft pink.
That's cool.
And I'm going on the apples of my cheeks up to basically my temple.
Does that tickle?
No, here.
It's soft.
It's soft. Yeah, it is soft. And I've always liked a heavy blush. I just always have. But the great thing about these blushers is they're buildable, so you can do them as light or as heavy as you want.
I'm going to sit on your lap.
Well, you are sitting on my lap.
But
That's about as close as you can get, because then otherwise I can't see.
But my leg hurts.
Your leg hurts? Well, I don't know what to tell you. Oh. Like that? Is that what you need? Okay, but I can't hold you.
Okay.
Don't fall off backwards. Here. How's that?
Good.
I gotta be able to see in the mirror in the thing now. All right, we're gonna do some light contouring. Sorry. Did I pull your hair? Okay, let's do contouring. I'm not gonna use it. Whoa. I normally would use the powder concealer brush. I believe it's out of stock, so I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use our setting powder brush. So this is where this has a million uses. I'm going to get a little bit of product on there. I'm going to tap it off, and then I'm going to go, see in this hollow, this like natural hollow right here? That's where this is going to go. And I'm just going to go back and forth.
You're wiggling.
And it's just going to give it a natural shadow. And that's going to help frame that face. So it's going to lift and kind of, they call it a contour. So it's going to lift and it's going to help create shadow to kind of sculpt your face more. And I like to create shadow under here because I want to lift that. Oh, sorry, I bumped you. So that I kind of hide that little double chin action, any sagging skin here. So I'm creating that shadow in the places that I want to kind of hide. So same thing on this side in that little hollow. And it's just a back and forth. And the great thing is this brush is so light and soft. You can use as much pressure as you want and adjust. If you don't like how dark it is, go back through with your kabuki brush or your foundation brush with whatever product is left on there and clean it up. You can fix that. Are you hiding that on me? So I'm going to do up here. And this is just going to warm up your face. If you feel like after you put your foundation on that you look ghostly or you look like you your foundation shade may be the right shade, but you you just look, I don't want to say pale because it can happen with any color, but you just look more washed out. Contouring and adding some warmth into your face with just a few swipes like I just did is going to be the way to go. It's going to add warmth back into your face right up here,
so bright in your
right
eyes.
here,
It's
right
so
here,
bright in your
here.
eyes.
If you want to do down here, you can. And I always do the sides of my nose because it just kind of adds some color back in.
It's so bright.
I know the light is really bright on my face, isn't it?
And in
Oh,
there.
and on the screen too. Where?
Right there.
Right there. Right there. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do,
What's that
and
color?
I'm gonna go ahead and, oh, it's like a bronzy pearly color. This is called Lustrous. This is our pressed powder highlighter. I'm gonna use this in, I'm just using my same setting powder brush, and I'm gonna use this right on the peaks of my cheeks here, and just kind of lightly dusting that. You leaving me? Lightly dusting that on to add a little bit of highlight right there. All right, let's move you back. Ooh. Let's get that. There we go. Okay, that's better. All right, so that is going to be the base face. That's it. I could throw on mascara like this and go out and feel confident. I'm going to do some brows. I'm going to keep going because that's how I want to do it. This brow liner, if you've never done your eyebrows before, which before Unique I never had, and I'm going to use my mirror here because I cannot do it in the phone, as evidenced in my last live. I think I did it in my phone and it was disastrous. But that's the great thing. You can always fix it. So these brow liners, I never used to do my brows, I should say, until I started buying Unique products. And I thought, it's only $19, so it's not like you're out a ton if you get it and you're like, oh. It's not like you're out a ton of money if you get it and you're like, yeah, I just don't like this. You know, that's okay. But it's so simple to use. Like just a few strokes of the brow liner and you're good to go. So I always do, first I brush up the hairs. I apologize about my lighting changing all the time. I'm sitting in front of a window, so my it gets a little extreme. All right, so I'm gonna take I brush up the hairs first, and then I do along the bottom line, and I do that first, and fill in that bottom part. Then I do from the top peak here, and I draw a line meeting the corner down here. See, that's what I get for this is what I get for trying to look in the phone. I can't look in the phone when I do it. Okay, and then I'm going to do my top line, and I'm going to meet that from this corner, and I'm going to meet that peak there. And then I'm just going to fill in. And I'm just going to try to do it in brush strokes so that they hopefully look a little more natural. And then I always go back through with and this has the little spoolie end right on it. I go back through and I just brush those hairs back up. I did this one a little bit low. I brush those hairs back up. And that way, whoops, wrong end. And that way you hopefully have a more natural looking brow, but it's gonna frame your face. I'm telling you, brows make all the difference in the world. And it's not that people's brows necessarily look that bad before they do them, but once they do them, it just takes your look from, oh yeah, to like, wow, okay. Easy peasy. All right, let's do some eye makeup. I'm going to do liquid shadows, super quick and easy. I'm using a little bit of eye primer. See how much I have on there? super small amount. That is going to be for both eyes. That's how small an amount you need. You do not need a lot of eye primer. So this little tube is going to last you probably forever. It'll probably expire before you ever use it up all. Oops, flinging products here. All right, liquid shadows. I'm gonna clean that one off. I'm gonna do the shade Giggly, and it's a really pretty pink, almost kind of has an iridescent-y shade to it, but very, very, very subtle. I'm gonna do that in the crease. I'm gonna do one at a time here. So I'm gonna get that in the crease. And it's going to be a very soft, pale pink. It's almost really hard to you almost really can't tell it's on there in the video. I'll take a picture afterward, and hopefully you guys will be able to see it a little bit more. But these liquid shadows, literally, you swipe it on. If you don't have a cream shadow brush, that's okay. You can use your finger. I know using your finger with makeup is a big no-no. But with these liquid shadows, you can do it. And it's not going to hurt anything. But the cream shadow brush is great because that's what it's meant for. Let's put that off. All right. This is going to be the shade Ornate. This is my new favorite right now. I mean, I've had this shade forever, but I've just been using it differently than I've ever used it before. I used to always use it as an accent in the outside corner, and lately I've been using it on the lid, and I love it. So I'm just going to do the lid. And just using the cream shadow brush to work that in on the lid. And then I'm going to use my blending brush. No, don't you bark. My blending brush to blend that. Stop. So again, just working that on the lid. And the great thing that I love with these liquid shadows is they're so fast and easy to use. You can do, and they're super pretty, so you can do one shade on your lid and be done and have a beautiful eye look that took you literally 10 seconds to do, and it looks like you spent 20 minutes on your eyes. So I absolutely love them. I'm going to take the blending brush and I'm just going to blend a little bit along the line where those two shades meet. It doesn't need a lot because these go on so well, but super easy eye look. You can throw on a little eyeliner if you want. I'm not going to today because I don't want to. All right, I'm going to do my lashes. I don't need that. I don't need that. Get everything out of my way that I'm not using. That way I don't think that I'm forgetting something. Oh, I forgot something. Lash primer. So I'm going to use my lash primer and then use my 4D mascara. Oh, I have a lash on. I'm making a mess here. So this conditions, lifts, and curls your lashes. Lash primer is going to be very similar to a face primer, but for your lashes. So it's going to, it has ingredients in it that are actually good for your lashes. So you're going to condition your lashes and help them grow and stay nice and moisturized so they don't get brittle or break or fall out. So it's going to create a nice canvas for your mascara to go on. This is also very nourishing and great for your lashes, but you're just adding that extra, I guess, insurance to make sure that your lashes are going to stay healthy, especially if you wear mascara every day. It's kind of a guarantee that your lashes are going to stay nice. So lash 4D fiber infused mascara on the bottom lashes. Adds awesome, awesome length. And try to get close to the lash line so it almost mimics a mascara, no, an eyeliner. So same thing, I'm gonna first do along the lash line and just blink that on both sides so that it's along the bottom lash line, excuse me, the upper lash line, so that it is similar to an eyeliner without having to do an eyeliner. And then I'm gonna take and I'm going to do a little bit on the outside of the lashes and just kind of curl and roll that on. Get some more on there. And then blink it and roll the wand. So I'm blinking and I'm rolling that on. So you're gonna roll the brush away from you. So you're pushing with your thumb, if that makes sense. And you can if you keep going over your the tips of your lashes, it's just going to add the length and volume on there, because the great thing with this formula is it has Y-shaped interlocking fibers. So the more times that you go over it, it's going to add more of those fibers on, and they're just going to keep attaching and give you that extra length. That lash primer will also give you added volume and length as well. All right. So I've got my lip exfoliator still on. Normally if I'm doing something with a gloss, a liquid lipstick, a lip butter, I wouldn't even worry about taking that off. Oh, hi, Kristen. So normally I wouldn't worry about taking that lip exfoliator off because enough of it has absorbed into my skin that it's not the sugary scrub on there anymore. Oh, yay, hi. But because I'm going to be doing a matte on my lips, I did wipe off the excess of that lip exfoliator. So my lips now have a good canvas, no dry skin on there to be able to do lip liner and lipstick. I'm going to use the shade Punchy. It's like a bubblegum pink, if you can see that. Really fun, bright pink. And these are smudge proof, water resistant. They do not move once you put them on. And the great thing is you can put them, even if you're planning to wear lipstick over top, they create a great canvas for putting on lipstick, whether it's liquid lipstick, they go great under a lip butter, but it's gonna help them stay on longer, and they're not drying. They're not gonna dry out your lips either. So I'm gonna use the shade Minted. I just got my new one because I broke my first one. So I just got my new one in, and it's this really pretty pale pink shade. And I'm gonna use this over top. And more on the inside than on the outside. Just to give it a really cute pale pink shade. Bright bubblegum pink. So that is it. That's the look with my crazy hair and all. I just can't even with this hair. All right, so that's it. We've got liquid eyeshadows, 2 different shades, and our lip liner in Punchy. Minted is the shade that I use to add that like more pale pink look to it. If you want our Flawless 4 bundles, you have 5 days left to get one. Once they're gone, they're gone. It's the end of March and it's done. If you need a color match, comment the word color match. If you want more info on the bundles, comment bundle and I can give you pricing info. Make sure that we're color matched, help you pick out all of your items, all that good stuff. So don't wait because the shades are selling out quick. As you've noticed with our complexion plus powder, which is what I used today. I used the shade Taffeta today and then warmed it up with some contouring. So don't wait because a lot of these shades are selling out and I don't want you to get stuck having to wait a long time if the shade doesn't come back in mid-April. So let's get you your bundle because the coverage that you're going to get and the deal that you're going to get, you're going to save $50 on just the regular Flawless 4 bundle. So primer, concealer, foundation, and setting product for $99. Regular price is $149. So you don't want to miss it. Upgrade your bundle and add on the new Complexion Plus powder, which is what I used today. Amazing coverage, light to full, everything in between, whatever you want. Normally it's $39 by itself, but get it in the bundle, and you'll also get a face brush for $154. So you're still saving over 30% off on that bundle, on that plus bundle. So incredible deal. Message me or comment bundle or color match if you need help with any of it. Otherwise, we will talk to you guys soon. Have a good day.